Funnels are dead in 2025. The only thing you need to get more clients, lower ad cost, become more profitable, and have objection-free sales calls is a content ecosystem. Probably tried everything. You're doing well for yourself. Don't get me wrong. You're a 6 to 7 to 8 to even 9-figure entrepreneur, but you're starting to notice that higher ad cost. You're starting to notice you're becoming less profitable, and you are starting to notice as well that you or your sales team are having really like sales calls that just throw objections at you. And that's because you don't have one thing, and you don't have a thing called trust. Okay, we're in a trust recession right now. People don't trust as much anymore. They're just not buying as much anymore because they don't trust, and skepticism is at an all-time high. And to overcome this and to actually get objection-free sales calls, to become more profitable, to have clients chasing you instead of the other way around, you need a content ecosystem. So in this video, I want to go through how you can build a content ecosystem, how you can have one so you can become more profitable, have objection-free sales calls, and most importantly, get more pre-sold leads. Okay, and if you don't know who I am, my name's James, owner of Magnify Your Content Media, and I help 6 to 7 to 8 to 9-figure entrepreneurs like yourself build content systems to save time and scale. Okay, because we literally do everything for our clients. We build the ecosystem for them, and we also consult them on the side on different parts of it. If you want my social proof, check out the first link in the description. And if you do want to join an email list, my email list is free. I give away free content tips and tricks every single day. I also give away free resources like content dashboards, chat GPTs to create content quicker, etc. It's the second link in the description. You can join that email list for free. But without further ado, let's just get into the video. So what you need to realize is there's 5 parts to an ecosystem, and basically what an ecosystem is what I think it is, and what I like to say it is being in front of your prospect's face 24/7. Because to build up trust with someone, you need to have more time with them. Like, that's inevitable. That's how you make friends. That's how you that's why most of you trust your family. Okay, of course there's some people that don't, but that's because you've spent time with them, and over time you've built up trust with them, and you now trust them with everything. Okay, so that's how you build up trust. You need to be with someone for a longer period of time, and you need to be in front of someone's face all the time and for a long period of time. So that's what an ecosystem is, and that's what a content ecosystem is. And it's so easy to do this with content, because you can literally post content and the algorithms are so good that they're gonna be in front of your prospect's face 24/7. But there's 5 parts to it. So I want to run you through each part, and I'm not just gonna say these, I'm actually gonna reveal some stuff after it. But the first and most important thing is short form content. Now, short form content, you can see it as just, oh, short form content is not going to build up trust. But what it does do is get people into your ecosystem. Okay, because it's the easiest way. You post a piece of content and it can go to millions of people if you have the right content. But there's 3 types of content that you should be creating. Okay, there's number 1 is growth content, and this kind of content is just trying to get people into your ecosystem. Okay, trying to go to as many people as possible, so you can grow your account. And this type of content is where you can simply research your industry, find what's working, take those ideas and add your own unique spin to them. It's really as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it, and don't think because you're copying someone it's a bad thing. It's not. If you add your own unique spin to it, it's completely fine, and you're both going to win. Okay, because they're getting recognition and you're getting recognition at the same time as well. Then there's niche content, and this type of content is really important. This is where you really need to understand your ideal client, speak directly to their pains, shift their beliefs, and help overcome any objections before the call. Okay, which you kind of are doing throughout this whole process, including the other things that I'm going to go through. But it's really important to do this within your niche content, because it's going to speak directly to their soul, and they're going to be like, okay, this is definitely for me. I'm struggling with this. They're speaking about this. Okay, they can help me. Okay. And you can also include bits within your service here. So for example, what you actually do, that's niche content. The next kind of content is social proof content. Now, social proof content is really simple. It's literally showing social proof, and there's different types. There's testimonials, there's case study, so literally running through a client result. There's just hooks, so you could say in your hook, I got one of my clients this, and then explain how you did it. That's still social proof pieces of content, but it's super important to post social proof because it builds up trust. Okay, if they see someone that is similar to them that's got a result that they want, they're more likely to take action. Okay, so you need to post that type of content. And I would say the kind of KPI for this type of content is 2 of growth pieces of content a week, 2 niche, and 2 social proof. So 6 pieces a week. You can have 1 day off and it's completely up to you, but that's the kind of KPI that I use as well. And also what you need to use within some of these pieces of content, I would say most of the time, either the growth or the niche, I would use ManyChat. Now ManyChat is an automation platform. It's linked with Instagram. And all it does is when someone comments a keyword, it sends them over something for free automatically. Okay, and it also can grab their information. And what I like about ManyChat is it can grab their information. For example, it can grab their email and add it to your email list automatically without you having to manually put it into your email list. It does it automatically, which is really good. And what you need to do here is, and what I would suggest doing, is within 2 to 3 pieces of your content, I would say a week, maybe even less, or maybe even more, is completely up to you, is promote something that you have. So a free asset that you have, either a free guide, or if you're running, like, let's just say, for example, a lead magnet funnel, you can send them over that lead magnet. Yeah, that could be it. So you could either send over a guide, a lead magnet, which is kind of a lead magnet, or a YouTube video. Okay, if you're posting YouTube content, or a case study, whatever your video is about, your short form video, say at the end, comment the word so and so for a so and so. Okay, so let's just say, for example, you're a sales coach and your videos about objections. You can say comment the word keyword, and I'll send you over my guide that explains how to overcome any objection. Okay, boom, and they get that objection guide, and it builds up trust. So ManyChat is super important. That's the first stage of your ecosystem. It's basically getting ideal clients into your world. And the next thing is also going to get ideal clients into your world, and that's simple ads. Now, I don't suggest everyone to run ads. It just depends. You're probably already running ads, but as I said, you're suffering with high ad costs, so you probably are running ads. But there's different kind of ads that you can run. You're probably running straight to a VSL, which I wouldn't suggest doing, because again, it's a trust thing. You need something before that, and that's why I suggest running something called follow ads. Now, these ads are really simple, especially if you're a coach. Really simple. All you have to do is call out your exact ideal client, list a couple pain points, list their desired outcome, list some clients' results, and then say, if you want to learn all this, follow me, scroll through my content. What this follow ad's going to do is just basically get ideal clients into your world. And what I'm going to speak about later is appointment setting, which you can do here. And the good thing about these follow ads is going to get people into your ecosystem, and they'll be stuck there. So if they follow you, they're going to keep seeing your short form content. Okay, you're going to reach out to them, which I will speak about later, and you're going to start a conversation with them. So that you're just always going to be in front of their face. And instead of relying on the algorithm with organic content, you're paying for it. So you're getting followers literally every single day that you can reach out to, that are leads, okay, that are interested in what you do, basically. So that's the second stage, which is follow ads. The next stage is super important, because remember what I said, we're in a trust recession. The next stage is YouTube content. Okay, now YouTube content is super important because it's longer form content, and what you need to realize is what I said about the trust recession is it takes at least 7 hours worth of content for a prospect to even consider buying from you. 7 hours. So how you can build this up quickly is 7 hours worth of content is posting YouTube content, which is like half an hour long. Okay, and it's going to build up trust so much quicker, and the algorithm's insane. So when you post YouTube content, once they watch one of your videos for like 3 seconds, then they're going to keep on getting recommended your videos. That's why the algorithm's so good, and you're going to have an omnipresence there, just on YouTube itself. It's longer form content, the algorithm's good, search engine's good, it's just overall really good. And there's 3 different types of content you should be creating on YouTube. There's how-to content, so step-by-step processes, and what you can do throughout the video is either promote your service, or you can actually promote a lead magnet as well if you really want to. So for example, what I did at the beginning was I said, if you want to join my email list, okay, you can for free resources. It's the second link in the description. So people are going to join my email list now. And then I can hit them from another angle, which is email marketing, okay, and give them free value there. So what you can do is promote lead magnets. If you do have lead magnets and you want to do it that way, you can in your YouTube videos in the how-to content. But make sure your lead magnet is what you're speaking about. So if it's how to, again, another sales coach example, how to overcome all the objections, okay, you can have an objection, how to overcome objections guide, okay, in the descriptions. You get what I'm saying? The next type of content is case studies. Case studies, super important. Just run through a client result and go through how you got that client result, and make sure you mention your service, make sure you mention your unique mechanism. And yeah, these are really important because it builds up trust again. And this one's so important. This one builds up so much trust. Is client interview. So hop in on a client interview and just running through literally everything what you did, and this builds up trust because of course the person's on the screen, okay, they know it's a real testimonial. So client interviews, every time you get a client result or big client result, hop on an interview with them, post it on YouTube. And also, which I'm going to run through next, is promote it on your Instagram stories. Whenever you post a YouTube video, whenever you post anything, promote it on your Instagram stories. And also what I would do is have either a client interview, a case study, or a how-to video in your Instagram bio, because you can have 2 links in your Instagram bio. You can have loads, but I would suggest 2. One would be either just your landing page, your website, your VSL, or book a call link, and the other one would be a YouTube video, so they can go straight over to YouTube, okay? And the next thing I want to speak about in the ecosystem is Instagram stories. And as you can tell at the start, I said what an ecosystem is, and you can see how it's kind of like transforming into one because you're in front of their face 24/7 with all of this. Now, Instagram stories is really like to build up trust and to also offer your offer at the same time. So which I'm going to go through, there's many things you can do. First of all, I want to speak about is clients results. So every time you get a client result, you can just post on your story, post it on your story and add it to your highlights within your Instagram. This is really important because again, you're going to be in front of their face again and again with clients results, which builds up even more trust and then more likely to take action then. And also what you should do at least once a week is post a story framework. Now there's many frameworks you can do, but I'll run you through one that's really like taking over right now and does really well, which is called a poll framework. Now this is really simple, and all you have to do is post a poll on your story with a question you know your ideal client's going to answer yes to. So for example, another sales coach example, this applies to any coach though. Are you struggling to overcome objections, for example? Okay, and the poll can be yes or no, or yes if you don't want them to answer yes. If you don't want them to answer no. The next story can be your story. So you went from here to here to here. I went from struggling to overcome objections to getting 0 commissions to becoming one of so-and-so's top closers, for example, okay? And then on the next story can be a client result using the same framework. So with that kind of like, my client went from here to here to here as well. He knew nothing about sales, but I taught him. He went from here to earning 30k in commissions, for example, to overcoming all the objections as well. And then on the final story, you're going to post another poll saying, would you like the same results? Okay, and the answer's been fuck yes or 100%. Anyone who answers that poll, you have to reach out to them, okay, because they're a super warm lead. Reach out to them, get them on a call, okay? So that's the poll framework I would post. Again, there's many different ones. I'm going to run through another one right now, actually, which is a question framework, question framework. And this is really just to, A, overcome any objections as well, B, shift beliefs, and C, again, offer your offer. So what you can do is you can post a question. You can say, ask me a question about so-and-so. And yes, you can let people ask you questions, or you could just ask them yourself. And this is where the shift in beliefs comes in. You can ask questions that you can answer that will shift beliefs. You can ask questions that you can answer that will overcome any objections. And you can ask questions that you can answer that will show social proof. And you can ask questions that you can answer that will offer your offer. A good example of this with the offer one would be something like, how can we work with you? And then you can explain how you can work with you, and have a call to action saying, message me keyword if you're interested in this. So this is really overpowered. Instagram stories are really overpowered, really good. And what you need to realize is you need an ecosystem to build up trust as quickly as possible. The ads, the short form content, going to get people into your world. The YouTube, the Instagram story is going to build up trust and push people over the edge to buy from you. And the last thing that is also going to get people over the edge to buy from you is something called appointment setting. Now, what you need to realize, and what most people don't understand, is every follower, every interactor, they are a lead. They're interested in what you do. That's why they press the follow button. That's why they interacted with your content. So there's something called appointment setting. So you can have an appointment setter, or you could do this yourself, but you're probably, if you're a 6, 7, 8, 9 figure entrepreneur, you probably don't have time to do this. So I would either get AI to do this, or have an appointment setter, which is just reaching out to all these people, thanking them for the follow, thanking them for the like, whatever they did, seeing where they're at right now, seeing where they want to get to, seeing what's stopping them from actually achieving that goal, and then asking if they even want help, and then if they do want help, offering the call. This is very overpowered, and especially from this follow ad as well. Everyone that follows you, I'll do this 100%. You'll get a load of followers from this follow ad, because you're literally asking ideal clients to follow you. So reach out to them. And the thing is about this is, if they don't set on a call, guess what they're going to see? They're going to see your content. They're going to see your Instagram stories. They're going to see when you promote your YouTube videos. They're going to see your lead magnets. And you just have this whole kind of like ecosystem that goes into one. And eventually, over time, when they have enough trust for you, when they've seen enough social proof, they're going to be pushed over the edge to buy from you. And this may be 2 weeks from now. This may be 3 months from now. This may be a year from now. But it will happen, because you'll be in front of their face 24/7. So this is why you need an ecosystem, and how to build an ecosystem. I hope you got some value from this video. If you do want us to help you build this, first link in the description. If you do want to join my free email list, where I give out content tips and resources every single day, second link in the description. And if you found this video useful and you want to learn how to get 5 to 15 extra high ticket clients by just building your own content ecosystem, I literally go through step by step how you could do it. Check out this video up here. Be very useful for you, but I hope you got some value from this, and peace.